The Prime Minister has publicly rebuked the Tasmanian Government over its handling of the Forest Peace deal. Julia Gillard says there won't be a blank cheque for compensation and any new funds will need to come from existing programs. The PM has told the Bartlett administration to step up to its responsibilities, but the industry fears it may be too little, too late.
The federal government's made its position on further financial assistance for the ailing Tasmanian forest industry very clear.
No one should expect a blank cheque here.
The federal government has already allocated $22.4 million to help people exit the industry. Julia Gillard says the Commonwealth could provide more through grants and programs. David Bartlett just needs to realise how.
We also require the Tasmanian Government to step up to its responsibilities here and to access revenue that it can access to be put into this task.
The ask is going to be in the several hundreds of millions of dollars, and I don't believe any of the existing programs would enable the state to access those sorts of funds.
The Premier says he'll be trying, but at this stage it hasn't been the priority.
I wasn't going to Canberra and I wasn't going to ask the federal government for a big dollop of money. What I was going there to do was engage the federal government in a policy sense.
Thank you.
The Commonwealth's agreed to play a role. An independent facilitator will be appointed to report back by June next year on an implementation plan. There'll also be an assessment of the forest industry.
Look, the fact that the federal government is going through a due diligence process at all indicates that they have confidence in this process and that they are willing to invest in the long-term solution for this conflict.
But it's the short term that's the worry, with up to 50 contractors to lose their jobs by Christmas. There are fears that without significant federal funding soon, the peace deal could be in doubt.
Our members voted in favour of those principles, and we will not agree to any outcome that does not provide some compensation for workers.
Federal Cabinet has also backed a moratorium on logging in high conservation areas, which Forestry Tasmania has already started identifying. The full moratorium has to be implemented in 3 months. Jane Bestwick, ABC News.